Howdy folks, it's Nascar Buffet here again. It's time for the second race of the season, the Subway 400 at Rockingham. We finished like 20 something at Daytona, so I guess that's cool. Let's go ahead and head out to North Carolina. Again, our equipment is pretty bad. I know we're going to tear up our equipment here at Rockingham, so I'm not even worried. I'm going to bring the worst equipment I can because we're just not going to do any good there. There's no sense in me bringing good equipment and having two terrible equipment. So we're just going to go ahead and bring the worst stuff possible. Alright folks, so we qualified 43rd. Imagine that. I tried really hard to make a custom setup and it's just not working. It's just not working at all. This car is just... it's just awful. It is just awful. This car just will not turn. It is awful. I don't know what to do with this car. It has no grip. It has nothing. I'm just going to go out here and just try to not kill the car so we can prepare for whatever we have down the road. But yeah, it's very disappointing qualifying 43rd, but it is what it is. And let's just hope we don't kill the car. So previous ceremonies.
We're in Rockingham, North Carolina, home of the North Carolina Speedway for today's race, the Subway 400. Drivers say this place can be one difficult track to master.
Tires, and more tires. You've got to take care of your Goodyear Eagles when you come to this place. Otherwise, you'll be sliding up into the wall before you know it.
Tony Stewart won the 2002 Nascar Winston Cup Series Championship.
And it was a tough battle with him edging out Mark Martin by just 38 points. You could really see this team pulling together to win the championship throughout the year.
After almost 7 full years of racing Winston Cup, Johnny Benson got his first career win here at North Carolina Speedway in 2002.
You know, that race was almost as big a thrill for the fans as it was for him. With his fuel tank almost empty, he managed to hold off a hard-charging Mark Martin to get that first win.
2002 was a breakout year for Kurt Busch and his Roush Racing team.
That it was. With 3 wins and 10 top 10 finishes, he showed that he's one of the rising stars in NASCAR.
Engines are fired, and I believe Kenny Wallace is on the pole next to Tony Stewart. Oh boy! So it's going to be a very long race indeed. So I just hope we don't kill the car and we can somehow get through this one. We're going to be starting dead last. Let's just go ahead and get this thing underway. Car handles absolutely horrible, and don't be surprised if I make cuts throughout this race. So it's not so boring because it is going to be a snooze fest from the 82 team. The thing is, the car won't turn, and then when I get it to turn, it's just sliding. Like it's like loose where it's just killing it. So I mean, if hitting the wall doesn't kill us, or spinning out doesn't kill us like that, it's going to be tire wear. And if none of that kills us, it's just going to be the speed of our car being so slow. I mean, it's just, you can't win with these setups. This crappy equipment, you can't win with it, but guess what? We're going to try our hardest to just take care of the car. That is my goal today, is to not tear the car up too bad. We're going to get in the wall, we're going to make some damage, but if we can just get through it. Like, short tracks are literally the worst on curb. I love this game so much. But it's the short tracks that I just can't stand so much in the curb mode, because if you tear up your equipment, you can't run good. Like your car, I don't care how much time you put into it, you just don't have the raw speed to compete. So it's literally just go around and not destroy your car. But yeah, it's lap 4 here with the Subway 400 at the Rock. And I mean, again, we're going to be lucky to finish this race. I'm terrible here in career mode. Oh my god, the car is just so awful, man. So awful. I just don't know where to go with it, because if you make the car looser, it spins out. If you make the car tighter, it doesn't even turn. You can't get back to the throttle in time, so you just can't win. So I'm just going to try to get through this race without destroying the car, running the same thing we ran at Daytona. I'm hoping that we'll be able to have a better car for Talladega, but I doubt it. With our shop edition taking 9 races to get the engine shop or whatever built, we can't build any new parts until 9 races. Yeah, so, like I said, I'll probably do some cuts in this race because, oh look at that, we're already in the wall. Yep. It is going to be a very long race, and I don't want to torture my viewers. Oh my god, this car is so bad. Look at that, I just wasn't even trying to hit the wall and I just did it. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a cut ahead. I will be back whenever we start the pit stop sequence. So, okay folks, so somehow, someway I found myself a little bit of speed. Kind of been sailing it in the corners a whole lot harder than I was. We got around Christian Fittipaldi, or whatever, how you pronounce his name. Kind of got into him a little bit, so he might be a slight rival. But we're somehow, someway, making a little bit of ground on people. But man, we just can't keep it out of the fence. They're just beating this dead horse pretty much. Constantly in the fence. Running 42nd here. Trying to catch up there. I said I would cut back in when pit stops happened, but I tried a little bit of a harder entry, and it's actually working a little bit. But man, it's just so hard to control the car around here. God, this track is so bad, man. In career mode, it is just awful. Like when you got good equipment, this track is fun, but like in career mode, I mean, this track is just like Martinsville. It's just a devil. It's a nuisance. It's like a chore. Pit stops should be around lap 18, 19. We're just gonna, take 4 tires and repair this thing. We'll be a lap down, of course, but I mean, the bad thing is a lot of our sponsor expectations were around 35th, so we're not gonna make nowhere near as much money as we could. We should have probably just took the 40th, average finish, stuff like that, finishing 40th. Unfortunately, God, I just cannot do anything with this car. I'm overdriving so badly. Here comes Tony Stewart, leader. Pit stops here. We're just going to take 4 tires, repair damage. I mean, we can't do anything else with this car. I mean, we're going to be having a 20-second pit stop pretty much. This is humble beginnings, folks. Very humble beginnings. That's why I chose this crappy paint scheme, because I know we're going to tear it up so bad, we might as well just put only 1 coat on it. No matter, don't need no fancy wrap or anything from this car. As we get sponsors, I'll add new stuff, but my goodness, it's going to be a very long playthrough. Yeah, that's why I'm going to be doing cuts in the videos, because I really, don't expect much people to be able to actually sit around and watch the entire race, me just running last. So, almost got killed by Ward Burton there. We're only halfway in it, and we got pretty bad damage on the car. A terrible, terrible handling race car, I might add. I mean, we just have no speed. I mean, we can get a little bit of a corner entry. Like, look at this. Like, we can overbrake people, but it's just still, like, just don't have the grip and the speed. That's the only way you can get anything in this game is overbraking. That's the only way. And we can't even stay off the wall. We're holding up Michael Waltrip unintentionally. I'm hitting the brakes off the corner just so I can just not hit the wall. So yeah, it's going to be a very, very long race. Very long race. And if we can just at least come home without killing the car, I consider that a W. That's my goal, is to not have many DNFs. That's what I want to focus on, is just keeping the car clean as possible. I mean, it's a short track, you're going to get damage, but it's just, DNFs really hurt you financially in this game, and we need to save as much money as possible so we can get the upgrade shops, because if we get a opportunity to upgrade one of our facilities but we don't have the money for it, then we're just wasting time, see? But if we constantly upgrade our facility and constantly adding new parts and new stuff like that, then we're improving. But if we don't, then we're literally just sitting around doing nothing. So, of course, later in the season we'll have some opportunities at the road courses and stuff. Daytona, Talladega, we're a little bit we have a little bit of opportunity there, but we just don't have the engine power to keep up. I mean, as you've seen in the Gatorade 125s and the Daytona 500, we just did not have enough speed to kind of keep that going. Oh my goodness, we are wheel hopping and sliding. It's just, this track is just awful. It is just awful. And the 1.5 mile tracks are they're the same thing, but they're not as bad. Like, they're just same thing in terms of running around last, but oh my goodness, I just can't drive this track to save my life and crack equipment. Just please go around me. Like, I just don't even want to finish this race. Look at this, Benson, what are you doing? Oh my lord. Just get around me, fool. My god, if I'm literally locking up the car trying to slow down to let you go and not go in the wall, here you are still going. Sorry, I'm a slow car. I'm trying to get out of everyone's way. I don't even want to finish this race. I just want to park and collect a paycheck. Oh, thank you. Thanks for wrecking our car. Yeah. If we see Johnny Benson again, I'm gonna give him a little bit of taste of my medicine, maybe. Okay, we're just gonna pit. I'm just going to cut my losses and pit real quick and get some tires, because we're just getting hounded by traffic and the car is extremely bad handling right now. So I don't want to take any chances, because we're going to get 43rd regardless, and the only way we're going to get 42nd is someone has an engine failure, and there's enough laps left in the race that we'll pass them up should they have an engine failure. But there's no sense in me going out there and taking a chance of totaling the car, so I'm just going to relax and just do this. Again, I just want to get through with this race without destroying the car, so I'll take the hit. I mean, we're going to finish last anyways. Should go ahead and pit, get the damage repaired, and try to finish this one out. I mean, I just don't want to... Plus, the race will end a little bit sooner with us being a lap down, but I just don't want to total the car, Again, we don't have our team, Buffet Racing South, we just don't have the funding to be able to go out here and, tear up a car. I mean, look at this. That's on new tires. And I had like 8 cars behind me getting on pit road. So, I mean, I would let them go and just go down pit road, give me some fresh tires and repair what I can, and just hope that, hopefully that we don't have a terrible ending to this one. It's going to be a bad ending anyway, but sorry, Rusty. I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to go. I wonder, though, if you repair before you end the race, I wonder if it actually makes your car condition go up. Like, if you have red everything on your car and pitted and made everything yellow, I wonder if it actually reduces the penalty you take. Anyway, Tony Stewart wins the Subway 400 at Rockingham. We finished 4 laps down in 10... We're going to finish at least 1 lap down, but I finished 4 laps down intentionally because the car was handling really bad and I was wrecking loose, as most drivers would say. So, I mean... absolutely just ugh. Just ugh. So, our previous bank was $267,000. We oh my god, we made $28,000 with race winnings and $79,000 in sponsor income. Our team payroll is $62,000, so we literally only gained $40,000. That's not even enough to cover repair expenses. So, pretty much what we're going to do is we're just going to have one set of car parts that we're pretty much going to have to run the tracks that we was terrible at, because that's the only way we're going to be able to survive. I mean, we barely made any money that race. We made over like $500,000 at Daytona. We made like $60,000 at Rockingham, so that's a shame. Let's go and look, see what we can do in the garage. I mean, our condition's only 91. It's not terrible, but I mean, look at the fees for it. 15, 47. I mean, 15. That's 6 races for 15. It's not going to work. We're going to have to use $47,000. So the exact amount of money pretty much we gain, we're gonna have to invest in just repairing one of 3 parts, might I add. One of 3 parts, and I think the engine's actually the most expensive, I think. Oh, let's see, 45. Let's see, bodies. 46. Okay, so I think it depends on your crew member, but yeah, I just terrible, just terrible. So our shop is going to be sitting idle because we can't do anything, and of course our shop edition still has 8 more races to go, 11%, which will give us, you know, some goodies for the team. But anywho, next race will be at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the UAW Daimler Chrysler 400 in Nevada. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a great one. If you liked the video, please leave a like below. If you want to see more content from Diecast with Faith, please subscribe. We're a smaller growing YouTube channel. We know the help we can get. Again, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great one. Diecast with Faith, signing off.